There was a great fear of German invasion of Ireland, and the Irish people also were living under a daily fear of invasion through May, June and July 1940. After the fall of France, there was a feeling that Britain and then Ireland would be next, and that Germany would invade Ireland as a backdoor by which to attack Britain.
Vi dyn sa Torann cheann helvig, agus vi seo far an chósta, agus vi sé sinnar siúil ó 1939 go dtí 16.
To Irish people along the coast of Ireland during the Second World War, the emergency, the Battle of the Atlantic and the conflict was something that was very real. A person in Achill told me a story of looking down from Achill Head and seeing seagulls flying to a particular point in the water and landing on it, swooping down on it, and being told by his father that this was a dead body.
Den le lengen Amazon, vi dyn gósta. Fara Etalán agus tí rudí mar sin, vi fónaú gaun, agus vi seán de ló agus títhe.
Well, after the fall of France, the German Navy got access to naval bases on the west coast of France, and it was able to attack convoys going into the western ports of Britain with great ease. So British naval strategy was to block access to the western ports of Britain from the south via George's Channel, and the best way to do that was to put a minefield in place. Now, there were about 500,000 mines laid by Allies and the Germans through the Second World War. So the mine was a very useful way of both offensively and defensively blocking an area to a belligerent. And in July 1940, the British Navy placed a minefield off the southeast coast of Ireland. It ran from Milford Haven off to Tusker Rock, and then along the Irish coast outside the Irish 3-mile limit as far initially as Minehead, but then ultimately as far as the Fastnet Rock. So the mines were put in place in a defensive manner, in that they were tethered to the seabed, and they would explode on the passing of a ship, either by the ship knocking the mine and thus setting an explosive reaction into place. Some mines could float free, and thus they were quite a psychological threat, that it's easy to mine an area with relatively few mines and let shipping know about the existence of mines, and then they'll stay clear of the area. So for very little money, you can psychologically deny an area to an enemy because it will not place its forces in that area for